Welcome, everyone, to a special graduation ceremony during which we will celebrate the truly unique class of 2021 from Olentangy Berlin High School. I am Liam McGreevy, the Berlin Senior Class President. As a resilient and tenacious class, we are proud to take these graduation steps. Thank you for your support and guidance through these unprecedented times. Enjoy the celebration today. Now I am honored to introduce our tireless leader, our double blue principal, Mr. Todd Spinner.
Class of 2021, staff, parents, members of the Board of Education, President Wagner Fiesel, and Superintendent Rafe. I'm honored and proud to be the principal of Olentangy Berlin High School. This, my 26th year in education and my 19th year as an administrator, has truly been one for the books. However, not for the reasons that you might think. It has nothing to do with COVID, but because of the Bear family that we have created. That is why this has truly been a significant and meaningful year. Things with family are not always going to be perfect, but because you are family, you get through all of those tough times together. As I prepared to address the second graduating class of Olentangy Berlin High School, I found that the best advice I could give comes directly from members of our own Berlin family. My hope is that 10, 20, and even 30 years from now, the words and phrases you have heard during your 3 years at Berlin continue to guide you forward. I know that I still think back to teachers and coaches that I have and can remember what they said to me. Here are some phrases from some of your teachers. Break a leg, pass the pulse, or you got this. That was Mrs. Gibbons bestowing the theater students some advice before their circle ups. Or if I were to tell you to not get scared now, or are you picking up what I'm putting down? You would find yourself right back in Mrs. Middleton's math class. When obstacles come your way, which they certainly will, I hope you face those challenges and bear down and claws up. Right, Coach Heffernan? Some of you might tell your kids one day, have a good weekend, but stay out of jail. That's just what Mr. McKibben will tell you right after he will tell you a lame dad joke. I'm sure we can all draw from Mrs. Mimna's the comparison of motivation and a boat. Stay on the boat and do not fall off. Or where is your boat? If you've heard this from Mr. Norrie, and I've heard it 100 times, I can tell you, practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Great words. How about don't settle for good work, do hard work. And every day is an audition. Mr. S is always spot on with those words of wisdom. Mrs. Butler's words of wisdom, plastic wrap and bisque can fix anything. And anyone can make great art, but you have to work for it. That will apply to anything that you encounter in life. How about this one? Failure to prepare is preparing to fail. That's one of my favorites. That's from Mr. Fraley. Another one, have a good day. It's up to you if it's good or bad. But why would you choose bad? From Mr. Laflamme. And I hope you start each day with these profound words. Let's get better today, because we can always get better. So my role as principal is to remind our class of 2021 of three things. First, always remember our time at Berlin and the little things or differences that made these past few years truly remarkable. Number two, remember the relationships you have built with our Bear staff and your fellow Bear classmates. And last, I want you all to always remember that being part of the Bear family is more than just putting on the double blue every day. It is more than giving the bear bump with the claws up. It's more than the Berlin Bear belief statement that hangs in every single classroom that we discuss in every single home base and is in 24-foot by 4-foot banners all around the building. It's more than singing the alma mater at pep rallies. It's more than taking pictures with our Bear statues. It's more than standing and clapping for the fight song, having a giant blue mascot, and it's more than hearing the band play in the halls on Fridays. It's more than your principal telling you, claws up, over the announcements at 8:14 every day. It's more than all of those things combined. It's the sense of pride that you feel about becoming graduates of Olentangy Berlin High School, part of that family, and the positive culture and climate that we have made together. It's about the feeling that you have when you step through those doors. And if you know, you know. And the relationships you have built while walking the halls at 3140 Berlin Station Road. 3140 Berlin Station Road. I can promise you that there are students in high schools across Ohio and the country that have absolutely no clue of the address of their high school. Some people might say, and they have, why does that matter? Trust me, it matters. It matters to you because this is your home. It matters to me as your principal, and it matters to your parents. I'm well aware that you have a home where you sleep, watch TV, play Xbox, but many of you get here at 3140 at 7 a.m. And then you spend up to 12 or 13 hours a day within these walls. That is why we stress the address. Not walking on the bear. We stress being inclusive of all. We stress wearing the double blue. We stress doing things shoulder to shoulder. There are times it feels like Thanksgiving dinner with relatives and you're ready to leave after an hour or two being a part of a family. But the Bear family is your home. Never, ever forget that you can always come back and see us at 3140 Berlin Station Road. Claws up, class of 2021.
Welcome. I am Taylor Stark, Berlin Senior Class Cabinet Vice President. I am honored to introduce the Superintendent of Olentangy Local Schools, Mr. Mark T. Rafe. Originally from Parma, Ohio, Mr. Rafe attended Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, earning a Bachelor's of Science degree in accounting. He obtained his teaching credentials from John Carroll University and a Master's in Educational Administration from Cleveland State University. Mr. Rafe taught mathematics, business, and technology courses in Northeast Ohio to start his profession. Mr. Rafe served as assistant principal at Bexley High School, Westerville South High School, and principal at Westerville Central High School before joining Olentangy Schools as an Olentangy High School assistant principal. Continuing his administrative career, he led as the Liberty High School principal and the chief academic officer for the district. He was promoted to the position of superintendent of Olentangy Schools and has served as superintendent of one of Ohio's top-performing school districts for 5 years. Mr. Rafe is the proud husband of Katie Rafe, a 5th grade teacher and my former Berkshire cross-country coach. Together, they have 4 children and 2 granddaughters. Please join me in welcoming our Olentangy superintendent, Mark Rafe, to the podium.
Thank you for the great introduction, Taylor. It's my honor to be with you today to celebrate the graduating seniors of the class of 2021. I am pleased to extend my heartfelt congratulations to you. Equally important, congratulations and a sincere thank you to all of you who have supported these students on their journey to their high school graduation. Here at Olentangy, our mission is to facilitate maximum learning for every student. This is important to all of us as we think about our students and their educational journey, and we acknowledge that this requires much more than just academic success. It calls us to clearly identify the dispositions we strive to develop in the young people we serve. In considering this, we recently developed a guide, The Portrait of a Learner, to help us navigate setting up our students for success. The Portrait of a Learner is a lighthouse, guiding us through both calm and rough waters. It reminds us of what is truly important and why we do what we do. It asks all of us in our Olentangy community to show up as a learner. When we show up as a learner, we model the key dispositions identified in the Portrait of a Learner. These dispositions guide us to continue to improve, to learn more and do better. Our goal is to help our students graduate and leave our halls as purposeful, resilient, curious, and kind young adults, equipped to go out in the world and contribute in a successful and meaningful way in our communities. On the occasion of your graduation, I hope you're able to reflect on these dispositions and the ways in which you've grown in these areas from your first day at kindergarten to now, your graduation day. Perhaps you participated in service opportunities, extracurricular activities, clubs or classes, and explored your interests and passions, creating purposeful experiences, building networks, and nurturing your interests. Perhaps you learned to fail and try again, to set goals outside of your comfort zone, or simply navigate hybrid or remote learning during this pandemic, strengthening your ability to be resilient. Perhaps you were presented with complex problems and evaluated potential solutions impacting the classroom or school community around you due to your curiosity. And perhaps you were able to solve problems alongside people who are different than you and explore diverse perspectives in a kind and empathetic manner. When you show up as a learner and are open and flexible, you're able to see challenges and complexities as an opportunity to grow. Most certainly, the last 14 months have brought many challenges and have pushed us, and especially all of you, to dig deep and exercise these dispositions. While there have been disappointments, challenges, and frustrations, there have been opportunities for growth and reflections. These experiences will serve you well regardless of where life takes you next. None of these dispositions are fixed states that are considered complete as you graduate, but are constantly changing throughout your journey. Lifelong learning allows us to get better at all of them when we are intentional as we face new experiences, which will inevitably include both challenges and successes along the way. I wish each of you the very best in all that you do. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Hello, I'm Kelly Mallon, and as the Senior Class Cabinet Secretary, I'm honored to present a gift from the senior class of 2021 to Olentangy Berlin High School. A double blue tile mosaic with each senior's name on a tile will hang in our high school. The colors that will always remain a part of each of us will decorate the building for years to come. Thank you, Berlin faculty, staff, and administration. Now, I have the great pleasure of introducing our next speaker, the valedictorian of the Berlin class of 2021, Max Zahner. Max is graduating summa cum laude with the highest GPA in our class. He's a National AP Scholar in the National Honor Society, rows for the Westerville Rowing Club, and will be attending The Ohio State University College of Engineering this fall. Please join me in welcoming Max Zahner.
Thank you, Kelly. My name is Max Zahner, and I'm so proud to be representing Berlin's class of 2021 as our valedictorian speaker. To be human is to live, to learn, and to grow. Compared to the beginning of our high school careers, each of us are now completely different individuals. Individuals shaped by our surroundings, peers, and mentors. As such, I'd like to give a few thanks to some of the people who really helped to shape my high school experience and to get me to where I am today. Thank you to all my friends who somehow made me excited each day to get up at 6 a.m. Thank you to each of my teachers for bringing excitement, passion, and wisdom into the classroom each and every day. Thank you to our administrators who provided us with amazing opportunities. Finally, thank you to my parents for helping me to achieve my goals throughout the past 4 years. Without you all, I'd certainly not be up here speaking or who I am today. 4 years ago, the thought of graduation seemed so distant. We began high school as fresh clay, eagerly waiting to be molded by the years of self-discovery that laid ahead of us. As we began to grow, discovering new interests, fostering our relationships, and developing our passions, we slowly began to uncover the people we are today. As we began building bonds with one another and engaging in our community, we created some of our fondest memories. But our journey is indescribable without a mention of hardship. The past 2 years have been unprecedented. None of us thought we'd be finishing our last semester junior year through a computer screen. We were torn from our closest friends, our support systems, and everything we had known. But, as any wise optimist would tell you, hardship breeds strength and resilience. Although COVID ended up touching nearly every inch of our lives, once we finally began to return to normalcy, what remained was stronger than ever. Eating school lunch with my friends had been an expected part of my day. Before COVID, it was a simplicity I never gave much mind to. Regardless, I never missed that simplistic time spent with my friends more than when I couldn't enjoy it anymore. Although the past 2 years have been a roller coaster ride of events, taking away some of the things we loved allowed us to come back even stronger. We began to cherish the memories made with one another instead of taking them for granted. While we are here today, reflecting upon our time at Berlin in the turbulent past 2 years, it can be even more difficult to leave behind these wonderful relationships and memories we have all created. But while it is hard to leave good times behind, something even greater always lies ahead to those who do not get stuck in the past. Today is a day of reflection. Reflect upon the new person you are and who you want to become. Reflect upon the people who have allowed you to grow into the person you are today. Reflect upon those memories which will always bring up nostalgia when thinking about them. And while we all end our journeys today and travel down separate paths, remember that so much still lies ahead. You will create new relationships that make you excited to wake up each morning. You will meet new people who will change who you are. You will create future nostalgic memories that you will hold dear to your heart. Although it never feels like the right time to move on to the next stage of life, even by just the short year and a half I spent in the building, I know everyone here will do something great. Next, we will be hearing from our student-elected speakers, beginning with Fiona Spellman. Fiona plays the clarinet in Berlin's band, is a member of National Honor Society, graduating summa cum laude, and is receiving the President's Award. Please join me in welcoming Fiona.
That wasn't like High School Musical at all. Where were the spontaneous, choreographed school-wide music numbers? Oh wait, that was the band during pep rallies. For those of you not in band, I'll let you in on a little secret. We were never prepared for those. We call ourselves Spinner's Jukebox, and I couldn't tell you how many songs we'd play at a given assembly. Long Train, Hey Song, Ain't Been Good? No matter what, one thing was always constant. We played the fight song at least a dozen times, flooding the gym with the sound of pride. Now, I think we all thought that those pep rallies were pretty cheesy, but I, for one, would give anything to have just one more. One more day with shortened classes just so the entire school can cram into the gym to participate in cheers and songs and silly competitions. All the noise and shoulder butts with the near stranger next to me were worth it to see Mr. Fuller make a fool of himself, whether it was competing and losing, a teacher versus student competition, or dressing up like royalty to announce the prom court. Despite giving it the typical teenager eye roll, we really did leave more hyped for whatever game was that night. But you didn't hear it from me. This is where I'm supposed to shift the topic over to the school's superior sports teams, specifically the most American of them all. Did you like that segue into football Friday nights, or was it too much? If I haven't made it painfully clear at this point with my rigid posture, corny jokes, and utter lack of style, I'm a band kid, and I lived for Friday night football. I never felt more school pride than when I was marching on the field or playing in the stands or even just watching the team between Turn Down for What and Light 'Em Up. Just the environment itself was enough to convert the most cynical teenager into an over-enthusiastic child, cheering the Bears to victory. Berlin always has been bursting at the seams with our, as the other schools like to say, somewhat aggressive school spirit. And while I will never be able to look at the color blue the same way again or give anyone a normal fist bump, I'm kind of glad I spent 3 years at a school that was so incredibly proud of its students' accomplishments, from academics to things as silly as prom court. Wait, we're not supposed to call it prom. Too much unsocially distant dancing. Yes, I used school pride to lead to talking about the awkward school dances, because did I give a speech at graduation if I didn't talk about them? Okay, so not the best transition ever. Sue me. Actually, please don't. I'm going to have way too much student debt as it is, and in this economy, there's no way out. There's something, what's the word? Unique. There's something unique about school dances. It's something so incredibly tacky and uncomfortable that it can't be recreated outside of the wonder that is public high school. Whether you're going with the love of your life or just a bunch of friends, you'll remember it forever. Or for like 5 years. For me, dressing up and taking pictures before having greasy pizza with my friends was the peak of the night. Then we'd head to the dance and bob our heads for a couple of songs before getting comfortable enough to tear it up. While these dances always caused some type of drama and were always at least a little uncomfortable, from awkward pictures taken by your mom to swaying from side to side with the date you only kind of wanted to go with, prom and homecoming are truly irreplaceable. Okay, I've talked about school pride, sports teams, and dances. What else do people say at these things? Oh right, the future. As we all leave our nests. No, too middle-aged mom-esque. Okay. as we all begin this new chapter in our lives. That's totally something Mrs. Wishart would say. Let's just go with simplicity. Who's excited to graduate? This is our chance to achieve our dreams. Why do we say that? I've had some weird dreams that don't need to become reality. Anyway, we're going to go in different directions and do whatever it is we've always wanted to do. We're going to make new friends, find new interests, move to new places, eat new things, discover new artists, and become new people. But we'll never forget that we were all bears. This year was by no means a normal senior year, though who else got to bowl and golf with their peers? Together, we made this year one for the scrapbooks. Congratulations, guys. We made it. Now we will hear from the other student-elected speaker, my 2021 classmate, Kyle Reinhardt. Kyle has been active in many student activities, serving as student council president, captain of the soccer team, a member of the National Honor Society, and student section leader. He is also an AP scholar, graduating summa cum laude with an honors diploma, and is receiving the President's Award. Welcome, Kyle.
Good afternoon to all the parents, family members, teachers, faculty, and the Olentangy-Berlin High School class of 2021. My name is Kyle Reinhardt, and I consider it a privilege and an honor to be speaking to you graduates. Today, we celebrate the trials and tribulations we have overcome, the successes and rewards we have experienced, and we also celebrate the commencement of the next chapter of our lives. I am proud of each and every one of you for making it, and I truly could not have said it better than the man Post Malone himself. He said, "Congratulations." However, I came across a statistic not too long ago. It said that 94% of people living in the United States have a high school diploma. 94%. So congrats, you and I have just joined that 94%. When I first came across this stat, I thought, are you kidding me? All those homework assignments, projects, procrastination, late nights, early mornings, class speeches, giving 110% of my effort, having a positive attitude, and my favorite, courageously defeating senioritis, just to be part of 94% of people? But hold up just a second. I thought to myself, okay, Kyle, do not get discouraged. Think, what makes the class of 2021 at OBHS different? What makes us unique in that 94%? What makes us special, and what sets us apart? I remember as a young sophomore, I stepped off of the school bus on the very first day of school. I was nervous, terrified, and anxious for not just the first day, but for the next 3 years of my life. I know most of you, if not all of you, are feeling the exact same way. Coming from a different school where we all were comfortable at, a major challenge lied ahead of us, but we were ready. As I entered the doors of 3140 Berlin Station Road for the very first time, I was bombarded by teachers with signs, Mr. Betts with his enormous Berlin flag, and then we were shepherded immediately into the gym for a pep rally. Now at that point, not gonna lie, I was thinking, okay, this Mr. Spinner guy is crazy. What is he thinking having a pep rally on the very first day of school? After a ton of chants like Berlin Pride, It's Forever, and closing out Shoulder to Shoulder, singing our alma mater, I was blown away with how much we felt like a family, instantly. Over the past 3 years, we have established traditions and set precedent for future Bears to come. The atmosphere, culture, and family that we built from the ground up since the very first day is what makes us special. That is what sets us apart, and that is something in which we can take great pride in. Little did I know, on that day of great change, I entered my new home. You see, all of you would not be sitting here without change. Change brought us here. Without change, you would not have met some of your best friends. Without change, you would not be a bear. Our unique story of how we all became bears and what we accomplished as one bear family is what makes us unique and stick out in that 94%. Now, if you tuned me out for the past few minutes, that's okay, but I want you to hear one thing. Instead of viewing change as a setback, view it as an opportunity. Be optimistic and passionate about it. Now, whether you're attending a college next year, going into the military, going straight to the workforce, or pursuing something else, be grateful for the opportunity you have, because this is a monumental step in all of your lives. In the book, Think Like a Warrior, it says, There are two things you can always control every single day. One is your attitude, and number two is your effort. By focusing on just those two things, you can embrace change, view it as an opportunity, and be rewarded from it. Now, as I stand here, an older and I hope wiser senior, I want to thank everyone here for making my experience at Berlin the best 3 years of my life. Life is full of changes, but change brings out the best in us while bringing people together. As you experience change in your life, view it as an opportunity and embrace it. Remember to always control your attitude and effort, and always, I mean always, have Berlin pride. Thank you. Now I will turn the podium back over to Principal Spinner to present the class of 2021.
Mr. Rafe, Mrs. Wagner-Fiesel, members of the Board of Education, it is with great pleasure and pride that I present the class of 2021 who have successfully completed both state and local graduation requirements.
Guggen Siraj Adabala. Charles Robert Adams. Anisa Mirza Ahmed. Raza Ahmed. Zarek Aaron Ahmed. Antonio Clemens Alonzo. Cole Norris Apke. Anch Aurora. Mona Atia. Catherine Grace Ballthaser. Keegan Garner Barber. Tyler Lloyd Bear. James Edward Barger. Darian Max Bateson. Colton Dewey Beachley. Sydney Gabrielle Bernard. Calvin James Betts. Harrison George Bialos. Mary Rose Beeler. Christopher Jacob Bishop. Henderson Thomas Bishop. Isabella Ray Bland. Wesley David Bobo. Blake Severine Borgquist. Brianna Taylor Bosher. Jenna Marie Boucher. Abigail Lynn Brennan. Jennifer Ann Brennan. Christina Michelle Bresnicki. Daniel McFall Buono. Richard Morgan Bullock. Hannah Rose Burchett. Jessica Lynn Birchinall. Allison Mary Burkhart. Kennedy Mei-Ling Burleson. Tongyu Kai. Aiden Michael Kane. Samantha Marie Kane. Sarah Elizabeth Kane. Sydney Nicole Kane. Remy Katharina Camp. Brooke Helene Chambers. Dominic Edward Sapiti. Ariana Vanez Cleveland. Andrew James Klein. Cayman Avery Klein. Wilson Stone Combs. Milo Alexander Cumming. Megan May Cummins. Austin Maxwell Corley. Russell George Coughlin. Destiny Rose Covington. Maya Corinne Crum. Alexander Stephen Cunningham. Mason Kenneth Diamore. Andrew John Dalkey. Akil Srinivas Damarla. Amber Michelle Davis. Ethan Jacob Fremont Davis. Riley Lynn Davis. Cameron James Delgrada. Tanisha Dunker. Jatinder Dillon. Delaney Bryce Doherty. Sebastian Nicholas Dondalski. Sean Christopher Dote. Evan Michael Downing. Jackson Wendell Dunlop. William James Duvall. Gavin Michael Earl. Paige Lee Eastberg. Broderick Lloyd Edgson. Juliet Ikefu Ikokobe. Elijah Saladin Emery. Rebecca Ann Erickson. Adam Askender. Brandon Scott Ewens. Maya Grace Fahey. Rachel Delaney Farver. Grace Ann Fazekas. Ellie Elizabeth First. Nathaniel Warren Foltz. Caden Roberts Foreman. Connor Joseph Ferlenzo. Evan Lewis Foreman. Jacqueline Sylvia Forshaw. Junia Tanningco Franks. Maria Helene Fratiani. Aiden Nathaniel Freeman. Elijah Wynn Gamble. Megan Garcia Bazanai. Maxwell Blaze Garabrandt. Riley Braden Gatewood. Megan Renee Getzendiner. Zachary Chase Ginter. Maya Lynn Glass. Madeline Elizabeth Goodman. Audrey Grace Graham. Andrew Maverick Granger. Peyton Connor Gray. Brendan Paul Greenhalgh. Aiden Andrew Grether. Tatum Alev Gersoytrak. Caleb James Hauser. Tyler Michael Hagerman. Emily Arlene Hall. Malachi Sherrard Hamber. Caitlin Jean Hammond. Catherine Grace Hannigan. Sloan Kristen Harl II. William Henry Harrington. Jana Satya Harris. Natalie Elizabeth Harris. Sean Paul Harrison Paler. Alexandria Nicole Hartson. Stephen Christopher Hauer Jr. Drew William Haver. Jake Edmund Hayes. Ethan Nordstrom Haig. Ian Scott Heiss. Thomas Richard Henriksen. Alec Mitchell Herbst. Andrew Christian Hicks. Heather Christine Higgins. Rylan J. Holmes. Ryan Andrew Horstman. Elena Marie Hudson. Kayla Nickel Hughes. Lucas James Hurst. Matthew Alexander Hurst. Luke Titus Iddings. Davis Maxwell Eiseman. Ethan John Jekyll. Kennedy Lynn Jesinovic. Jolene Elizabeth Jurasic. Erin Nicole Johnson. Ethan Scott Johnson. Keegan Lee Bennett Johnson. Christy Ann Joseph. Titus Gregory Judd. Donald Nashawn Cahayan. Yashditya Singh Kanwar. Avery Bryn Keller. Richard Patrick Kelly. Ashley K. Carikas. Gwen Lindsay Keener. Jacob Wade Kincaid. Caleb Nicholas Kitts. Matthew Ryan Kumpel. Mary Catherine Keppen. Jennifer Grace Kramer. Peyton Alexander Cruz. Landon Brian Kuhn. David Henry Catania. Owen Jacob Kunselman. Brooke Marie Langhert. Madison Grace Lapid. Cade William Latham. Brooke Ann Laws. Autumn Renee Lefevre. Aaron Christopher Lehman. Morgan Elizabeth Lennox. Madison Renee Leroy. Lauren Elizabeth Lewis. Aiden Thomas Leffler. Braden William Louders Musser. Jack Donald Lovejoy. Timothy Andrew Lowe. Kenna Caitlin Lutz. Yihang Ethan Ma. Sophia Susan Macco. Madeline Celine Mahan. Dylan Michael Maher. Christopher Ryan Maldonado. Alex Joseph Malachowski. Kelly Ann Mallon. Rahim Mamerkhanli. Abigail Rose Marks. Nicholas Iserman Martin. Cole James Mascari. Walter Glenn Maurer V. Maria McCoy Lerdo de Tejada. Liam Michael McGreevy. Megan Elizabeth McGuire. Jacob Rexford McIntosh. Malachi John McKinney. Maxwell James McLeod. Emma Ruth McNeely. Rahul Vengta Metacharla. Juliana Melendez. Lily Nicole Mendez. Jordan Thomas Miller. Nicholas Adam Miller. Ryan Urban Miller. Adam Jennings Miller. Foley Evariste Miseu. Jacob Joseph Moeller. Elias Mohammed Abdul Rahman Muhammad. Caden Brent Morgan. Mason William Morris. Jaylene Elizabeth Mosley. Maya Kayla Mulig. Mariah Kaylee Mulig. Indy Jane Murphy. Callie Elizabeth Nelson. Daniel Mark Neverov. Samuel Prescott Newball. Kayla Wynn. Shayla Wynn. Madison Elizabeth Natefield. Kayla Nicole Nicholas. Victoria Love Niles. Noah Murad Nofel.
Isaac Andrew O'Brien. Carly Frances O'Keefe. Christopher David Omi. Gordon Theodore Oliver. Darian Rayleigh Osborne. Louise Teresa Palmer. Sahiti Sai Palori. Nicholas Michael Pedegrasso. Jillian Morgan Pierre. Jonathan Andrew Plant. Virginia Ann Porter. Jaden Diana Prince. Aubrey Nicole Pritchard. Joseph Allen Pyle Jr. Justin Lee Rader. Julie Lynn Randleman. Yusuf Amar Rashid. Olivia Tyne Rayner. Daisy Shea Redman. Bryce Garrison Reed. Carson Allen Reed. Graham Lewis Reed. Emma Grace Rieger. In memoriam, Richard Gabriel Ryder. Samuel James Wrights. Daniel Edward Repko. Kayla Paige Reynolds. Brandon Anthony Richardson. Hudson Parker Ricks. Julia Christine Riebel. Corey Joseph Reinhardt. Kyle Lewis Reinhardt. Julia Noel Ritzler. Isabella Marie Roberts. Catherine Elizabeth Brody. Isabella Nicole Rogers. Lance Christian Ross. Manning Preston Runyon. John Nabil Saw. Nicholas Hanagabi Saw. Kayla Malaitong Sansongkham. Abigail Turner Sanders. Kristen Marie Sanders. Xandro Emmanuel Santos. Hannah Lynn Schinniker. Angela Ruth Schneider. Zachary Philip Schneer. Rachel Veronica Schettinger. Kyle Anthony Scolo. Luke Isaac Seaschultz. Kaylin Marie Sensnick. Jordan Juanita Sewell. Connor Robert Sexton. Jay Sanid Shah. Rachel Grace Shakely. Priscilla Faith Simon. Alexander James Sliwa. Garrett Michael Smith. Lanaya Marie Solomon. Gwyneth Aileen Riley Southern. Fiona Claire Spellman. Rachel Christine Sprecher. Taylor Marie Stark. Skylar Kennedy Stevenson. John Connor Stiltner. Ian Heath Stokel. Jordan Andrew Clay Stroop. Brooke Alexandria Studer. Caleb William Stahl. Courtney Renee Sukan. Dallin Charles Sullivan. Calla Marie Tassinari. Jessica Ting. Eliana Ama Dansua Tete. Carson Joseph Thomas. Cale Charles Alden Thompson. Patrick Ray Thompson. Trenton Merrick Thompson. Amelia Ryan Thrasher. Bennett Jeffrey Toftner. Benjamin Connor Trout. Jeremy Cole Troyer. Abigail Elizabeth Trussell. Neve Kaylin Tucker. Carl Jaden Ewing. Lakshmi Vaidyanathan. Luke Matthew Valentine. Elena Colleen Van Schaik. Nathan Richard Varner. Christopher Allen Vogel. Sophia Christine Waxman. Rachel Elizabeth Wagner. Luke Michael Walden. Rachel Renee Walsh. Adam Hunter Ward. Savannah Page Ward. Samuel Mikhail Warner. Jack Douglas Webb. Sydney Catherine Webb. Skylee May Werner. Zachary James White. Lindsay Nicole Whitmore. Luke Cameron Wilcox. Kenneth James Wildy. Johnny Allen Williams. Paige Corinne Woodruff. Logan Andrew Wyatt. James Logan York. Olivia Jane Young. Samantha Andrea Young. Max Preston Zahner. Mason Taylor Zamilski. Chensi Zhang. Litu Zheng. Ife Zhuang. Lizaveta Zhukovets. Samantha Josephine Ziano. Livia Marie Zuazi.
As we receive our diplomas this weekend, our status as graduates is conferred and we join the exclusive company of Olentangy alumni of Berlin High School. Please join me in moving our tassels from right to left as we applaud our outstanding efforts. Congratulations, class of 2021.